Hello again. Welcome back. We are going to continue on modeling the face by joining all these three parts together. Before we go on though, I'd like to explain to you that I had to change the references from front to left because they didn't match up in the beginning. So I quickly inserted these images into Photoshop and then realigned everything, and then re-import the image back into the Max, and then assign it to a plane object. So here's an old one. As you can see, it did not quite match up. See how horrible that is? Front view is alright. Okay. So here's the correct version. I'll unhide all. Hide this one. Now this is the one I corrected. All I did was scale it up and rotate the image to fit this. It's not quite exact. As you can see, the chin from the front and left view is kind of weird. He has an odd looking chin. Looks like this side is a lot bigger. Don't know why. Maybe it was dropped when he was a baby. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to attack the top area of the eye and attach that to the nose. Alright. Oh man, this cold is really bugging me. Okay, well, before we start off, I have some cough medicine here. That's good medicine. Alright, let's do it. First, what you're gonna do is let's take these out. Okay, now we're gonna attach this to the nose, but not yet, because we're gonna move some stuff around like so. Everything changes. Nothing's always the same. I warn you, this is the tedious part and the longest part, so be prepared to sit back and relax. Okay, now let's join them up. Alright, let's see. This goes here, this goes there, and we will eventually move those down. Before we go on though, let's delete this side of the nose, because I don't think we'll need this area. Alright, I can always apply symmetry to it later. And now this one here can go down like here or something. This can go over here. Okay, let's put that there temporarily. And this little bugger comes out like this, I believe, and we extrude this way, and then we weld that over here. Okay, so we got this constant loop. Alright, let's apply a symmetry modifier on that one. Oh my god, what happened here? That's interesting. Let's go back a couple of steps. Or wait, here's a better yet. Good fix. Since our pivot's over here, it's all screwed up. Uh-oh, what do we do? Well then, just go over here. Go to your effect pivot only. And then quickly align it to the mouth since everything's center there. Okay, and then make sure once you do that, you apply the reset X form. You got that little thing over there, and just collapse to poly. Easy fix. Okay, now let's apply the symmetry modifier over it, flip it, and then let's fill in holes. So let's go this way. I guess maybe. click and drag, shift and click, I mean. This one can come over here. You're gonna eventually go back and forth constantly from left and right, and you know, be prepared to do that a lot of times. So just match things up as best you can. We'll eventually get there. This goes here, this goes there. Alright, fix it up. This should come down a bit, I guess, sort of like that, and possibly go inside of the face a bit more. This will probably match up with that guy down there. Sometimes I make mistakes. If a polygon goes this wrong way, then I'll eventually, you know, take a step back and redo it. So nothing's perfect. Alright, so you just push that out a bit more. Alright, let's close this up. Oopsie daisy, where did it go? There it is. Shift and drag, target weld, here and there. Okay. Now we're gonna have polygons that are not gonna add up correctly, and we're gonna have to constantly change things and add and subtract pretty much at this point. And you got really tight boundaries here, so we have a lot of salvaging to do. What I mean by that is like really taking these extra loops and really push them down and form the face. Right now I'm just concentrating on closing these loops up, and then later on we will fit it to the image. Okay. So now that we got up to the nose area, what do we do? I think I constantly move things around because eventually you'll find a path. So right now I don't know where to go because just trying to visualize all my polygons. Well, I'm thinking that might need an extra detail here for the nose. So I'll just take the other side off for a bit, as you can see better. So we'll go here, highlight these, and I guess the best part is to go in here. You can hide all this stuff right inside the nostrils. It's a good place to hide things, you know. So I'll connect that, collapse that down, or better yet, connect these here, target weld, and that's now a quad, right? See? Okay, so you're not going to see that. It's like no one's going to look up your nose all the time. And now this goes, this can come over here. So we got a nice flow going to his nostrils. You're gonna have tons and tons of more polygons, so just gotta really manage your scene, your polygroups well, or your quads and stuff like that. Just constantly go back and forth. Alright, so what do we do now? Alright, we'll leave this alone for now. What we're going to do is attach the mouth. Okay. Mouth has full set of lips. You just take them out. Okay, and then we'll attach the nose to the mouth. Let us delete this first, because we got an extra polygon here. This area will be excellent for the dimple area where you see that. So make sure your pivot's alright again. Don't want to screw that up. Attach it to the mouth. Okay, symmetry check. Good. Alright, turn that off. Okay, what do you do now here is you just you make a loop here by connecting these three edges and connect here, target weld there, and then typically you just you match it up as best you can. Just go like that. That's all you need to do. Maybe there's things you have to do afterwards. There's always things you have to do afterwards. Okay, now let's attach, weld everything together. Click and drag, shift click and drag, weld those down. Now we got this simple dimple. And that should fit perfectly. So we're almost getting there. This is the slowest part of the modeling. You do it poly by poly. Okay, I'm deciding where to go. Do I go here, or do I go down this way? Which way should I go? I go halfway. Alright, I decided to go this way. Target weld, target weld. Shift, click and drag. Match it up. Play with it. Okay. Hate being sick. Yeah, play with this later. Okay. Let's throw on a turbo smooth. It's getting there, that dimple's there. I like that. Alright, now where do we go from here? You see this little guy here is going to continue all the way around like that, and this guy will probably do the same thing. Well, let's just test it out, shall we? Go this way, target weld, bring that back a bit. Now there's two ways you can go now. You can either go up or you can go down. Both ways are quite a trip. I usually go up, but let's make it different. Let's go down a bit. Let's continue on this path. I'm gonna speed things up a bit because this is a tedious modeling part, so I'll do less talking and more drinking of my cough medicine here. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so we completed this one loop here, and let's go up. This is where it's going to be quite interesting because we have more polygons up here than down here. So we're going to have to add this up correctly. So let's go. Let's go this way. That's interesting. Where do I go? Alright. Just finish this loop. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to add another poly or a connected edge here, so it all adds up. So that just goes here and that goes into there. So that's what we'll do. That closes up. Tag bolt there and to there. And let's readjust our flow. Bring these down, even things up. Okay. The only issue I'm seeing here is this bugger here. I'm wondering, maybe I can add it again. Then, if I do that, then I would have to bring this nostril, this edge here, to extremely close, which I think it will benefit even better. So let's do that. Let's move everything about. Let's manage this a bit more. Side view, I guess. Really bring her down like this. And we're gonna, once you adjust the side view, then you would have to eventually go the front view. So, and then you gotta really push them out like this. Really depends on someone's nose, actually. This guy's nose seems to be really skinny and kind of tapers in. Maybe I can manage this better here, bringing this one down more, like that. Alright, now that we have a huge gaping poly here, oh, forgot this guy, bring him in. Oh, we got tons of room. Okay, let's bring this guy all the way here, like that. Alright. Slowly getting there. Oops. Alright. So now we have more room to add another edge all the way around this way. It gives us more detail. I wonder if I can ring this. It goes all the way around perfectly. Sweet. Connect this. Alright, now everything all adds up, and then we can continue on modeling the face. But since we added this edge, we're gonna eventually have to put it into detail, because we can't just leave everything like that. It just looks silly. As you can see, this comes out a bit more. What does it look like? Turbo smooth. It goes like that, I guess. And oh, looks like his nostrils has to come down just a wee bit. Let's worry about that later. Let's just get this cleaned up a bit. Okay. Maybe slightly curl that, not too much. Top view. I always look at things at all angles. Okay. We have a lot of like sharp edges, but since we have all those polys in there, we can eventually just smooth those out later. And right now we're just pushing and pulling, and we'll eventually shape those out towards the end of the video. Right now we're just rough it out still. Alright, so it's a lot of polygons. We can probably condense this later, but the main goal is to add things up. So let's continue up. Let's go down this way. Actually, let's not confuse you. Actually, I will confuse you. Let's go this way. Not really confusing, but pretty straightforward. Adds up. This should go there. Alright, now we came to a road. Which way do we go? Since that's added up there, added up here. We can either continue on this way. This will enable us to give us more polys. Like I says, you're gonna have to eventually manage all this verts even better. It really depends. Like, do I bring it down this way, which then serves this to go down towards the chin area? Bring this in closer. Well, like I said from the beginning, nothing's gonna be the same. It's always gonna change. You got all these edges here to play with, and you just gotta constantly maybe just salvage some, and because having things so close is ridiculous. Okay, so let's go this way like this. Push this down. Eventually adjust the side view later, but let's just continue on managing these verts over. Alright, see, it still looks the same, right? We didn't lose anything by just pushing and pulling like that. So then now we're able to go down this way. You can go there, and you can go here. Play with it some more. Yeah, this comes out a bit. Who knows? Alright, so I think that's as far as I'm gonna go, and then we'll have to add another polygon around the eye towards the forehead. So how we're gonna do that is get this guy, click and drag, target weld, and then you follow this path all the way around his face. So it's another tedious area, so I'm just gonna stop talking and follow my lead. Okay, so we're almost at the forehead area. We're just going to close this off by going up this way and target weld the remaining open verts, and eventually just smooth things out. Oh boy, what did I miss? Let's drag those over like this. What else did I miss? You. Alright. So we'll just do your best here and smooth things out. Okay, I'll worry about that later. Alright, so we got that part done. Hey, it's fun. I notice his eyes are not really matching up on the left viewport here. As you can see, this is really pushed in, but our eyeball fits. That's kind of interesting, ain't it? We're gonna have to fake something later on. Alright, so we're going up that way. Now we can go down by taking this part right here. Play with this a bit more. Alright. And you go down this way. Okay. Same procedure we did before. Click and drag left and right. Sometimes I get real picky on where I want things are, but then again, that kind of benefits in the future. Don't get too picky though. Like I said, the chin probably won't match from front to left, so we're gonna have to pick a reference and go by that guide. I think I'm gonna go with the front view and do our best to recreate his chin just by eyeballing it. Okay, so let's close this chin up, target weld the opening ends, and then reshape everything up, make the best chin you can. And the next part, we can, this will either be, this part here shall be either part of the chin, and this part here shall be the face area, or vice versa. We'll know when we get there. Just a quick double check thing when it's turbo smooth, just to evaluate how things are looking. Looks good. Alright, so I don't want to go up, I want to keep going down. Makes me visualize things a lot better, I think. Alright, so same process over and over again. Damn, that's good cough medicine. Alright. I usually listen to music, but I decided not to play music because you're probably not into what I listen to. Go back up. Okay. Might do a maybe do a lot more salvaging in the future. Maybe we can bring this over more. Maybe. It's gonna be his face area. Shift, click, and drag. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to really eyeball his chin, because right now that side references is screwing me up. So we'll eyeball it from here. We'll go from here. Maybe his chin comes in. Oopsie daisy. Maybe this chin comes in like here, like this. Okay. Collapse these together, or weld them. I have a shortcut called collapse, and it's on R. Makes things a bit faster. Okay, transparent view and turbo smooth. Let's recreate his chin by moving stuff around like this. Oops. Alright. The base of his chin is there. So now all we have to do is just continue on with the face. Okay, now which way do we go? Let's go up. What I generally do here is I usually just go all the way up to the forehead, and then to the side of the face, or down to the chin area, and then I don't finish off the head. I just constantly tweak the face until it matches the references, or unless it matches perfectly on how you think a face should look like. What I do, I try not to match this dude, but oh, excuse me. Just do as best you can. Let's too far out. Alright. Looks like there's something wrong back there. Oh, if it's over here. I'll fix that later. Maybe that will go towards forehead, or do I add another poly group? Down to his chin, it can go all the way around. Could try that. Holy, what happened here? Okay. Eventually, probably in the future, is move this edge, and it's gonna go towards the side of the head, not up this way. So right now we're just closing things up at the moment. It's not 100% accurate here. one of my secrets also is I kind of plan ahead. Right now I'm 5 steps ahead. I'm like lag. I'm behind. Alright. Now we have all these polygroups. How do we save them? We can bring these down here like this. Bring this down more like that. And then just tweak it up a bit more so how it matches. Since we move that downwards like this, now we can move this over. Just to even things up, and having large polygroups like this kind of completes the volume of his face. Bring that in like this. Maybe this goes up like that. Oops. Alright. Just really rough it out at the moment. And now I have an extra one here that'll benefit this way. Just give that a little curl, like this way, like a line. I never leave everything, my edges in a straight line. I kind of like to give them a slight curl to them, just slightly, not as long as they're not straight. As you can see here, and it'll go over here, and then this will pop out like that. Maybe this comes over more. Hope this file size isn't too big. Alright, so eventually we'll probably, in the future, is take this edge and drastically move it upwards this way just to cover more volume, because the top of the forehead is not going to be animated at all. It's just like a stationary object. So the things that really require animation purposes is the eyes and the mouth area, and then the muscle groups on the face. But up here you can totally change it up and make it more even and salvage a lot of tight areas. So now that we went up, where do we go from here? Thinking, do I do that now then? What do I do? Let's see. What I meant was really bring this out like this. Just constantly salvage areas up the way up to his forehead like that. Because this part is, again, it's not going to be animated unless your forehead moves around up there, and you got some problems. Okay, so you can just move this up here like this. That's a little too high. Excuse me. Sometimes my throat gets real dry and I drink this. So much better. Alright, see, he still looks the same, right? Even though we had pulled these polygons back up to his forehead area. That saves us a lot of time. It's not gonna match perfectly, but you eventually do that later on. Okay, so let's quickly do the bottom of the face. We'll go down. This part's gonna be really tricky, but then again, you can always salvage areas. It's gonna be the face. This should go up to this way. Now I could possibly salvage this area. Bring this down like that. Oh, it's getting tricky. Because I need this area, right? Do I need this? Can I bring it back more? Let's see if I can do it. We'll eventually fix that later. Right now we're just going to concentrate on closing the face. Alright, so what do we do here? I think is that this is going to be his chin area, his jawline, and we go down this way, I believe. And this is going to be his neck area, and I'm going to eyeball that. I'll do as best as I can. I could be wrong. Things could change again. Maybe we can now salvage more of his chin. Just bring that more of a loop. Maybe this can come down on more of the chin area down here. Bring this down. His face might be too skinny, but we'll fix that later. Maybe we can go this way now. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Or am I right? Looks like my side view screwed me up again. Damn you, side view. Alright, we'll fix that later. Just close it up. The chin area is always the trickiest because it just is, I guess. Nothing's easy. Let's go back to front view and smash that up a bit more. Okay, turbo smooth. Let's smash this puppy up. That's fine. Bring this down. Sorry. Not gonna do that. I'm gonna eyeball it. Okay. Well, now what's bothering me is this area here. I know that it's we kind of need it, but maybe I can make his face fat more, because like that. I should cover up his face, right? Pretty much even things up. Constantly just trying to get his face formed and salvaging polygroups at the same time. Sometimes you really have to move things around. Holy, it's been 1 hour? Man. So I think this is as far as I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna constantly I'll be constantly playing this if I keep going here, and this is how generally I attach everything together. and get the general shape of face down, and then you just constantly poke at your flow. Every cage I do, it doesn't not always the same. It's always changing and changing and changing. The reason why, I just don't know. I like the model and things change, but eventually this will be okay. So next tutorial we will finish off the head area and then the chin, and then the last but least, the most difficult geometry to model is the ear. Yeah, we'll continue on from that, and once we get all the shapes down, we will shape it up even more to match his face. And I have an awesome trick for you guys how to take this image onto this head here and from front to left. Alright, thank you for listening, and hopefully I've been a good help to you, and good luck.